Hi, thank you for joining me in this lesson that I've designed. This lesson is called Tying It All Together. It is a culminating activity. It's lesson 8 of 8 lessons. So the kids have had 7 prior lessons to engage in linear function topics. So this could be considered a review activity. So the kids will be working more independently than they might be if it were new material. So I've been given some parameters. I have some struggling students, so I've designed my third period class with 24 students total. 6 are EB, 4 are SPED. The SPED do have accommodations, but no modifications. My EBs are level 2 and 3, and 4 of my EBs require language support. So 8 students total require different types of support to be successful. 6 students can be considered very high achieving, and 12 students who are generally successful, what we would consider our average students. So to support these students, I'm going to have us working in groups of 4. The 8 students who require different types of support will be stationed in groups of 4. They'll be closer to the front of the room, they'll be closer to me, and they will receive what I would consider an accommodated lesson. That particular lesson we'll just have a few things highlighted. For instance, this equation would be highlighted. I would define parallel and perpendicular slope, and I would just be closer by them to help them walk through it. Same thing here, trying to help them make connections between a table and a graph. The first connection is color-coded for them, and the y-intercept is also color-coded. So just a few supports to help them make some connections. Same thing, determine the equation, make a table of points, just some pointers to help them get started. So they'll be doing the exact same assignment, they're just going to be doing it a little bit differently. So our engage, the students are going to be asked to do a brain dump, and let me just go ahead and go to day 1. So the students will come in, they see what they need for the day. They're going to do a quick write about everything that they learned, and we're going to be using the key terms on page 335 to scaffold it and support it. So hopefully those key terms would help them get started and work through it. That is, of course, the same page as the unit review. I would not draw their attention to it, but hopefully they would see it. So they're going to write real quickly. Hopefully they can use complete sentences, correct punctuation, and underline key terms. They've got 5 minutes. We'll do a quick share out, but I want to keep this short so that we can get through the lesson. We'll go over the learning goals and the language goals. Then we will talk quickly about our role cards. We are going to use the spy, mayor, reporter, and superhero role cards. They'll be asked to read over their role, given 30 seconds or 60 seconds, and then I'll answer questions. So their goal for day 1 is to do the quick write and then to finish 2 of the 4 activities. Hopefully they get more done than that, and I will encourage them to work the full 30 minutes, but at least 2 so that we can get through this lesson. In closing, I would ask how many groups finished the 2 activities. We would talk about what they found to be challenging and what they found easier, and we would talk about why. I would use that information too in case I needed to scaffold a different opener tomorrow. So for day 2, we start the same way. This time we're going to use the odd one out, which is a getting started in the book. We skipped it from day 1 just for time, but I think for day 2 we can add it back in. If observations yesterday show me they need more time, then we'll leave that out. So, but we'll go through, we'll have a 5-minute timer, we'll talk about what they chose. The odd one out is just having them complete the slope in many different representations and then choose which one doesn't belong, and we would talk about that. We would use the same setup as yesterday. The kids would have their role cards, they would continue working exactly the way they did it. Today they would only have 20 minutes to work because hopefully we would have time to complete talk the talk, which would be sort of like the extension. If they don't have time to complete talk the talk, I'm okay with it because I like what's in the 4 activities. So along with the role cards, the students are going to, the spy can get up, the spy can use a solution station that I will create, and the superhero will be able to use some QR codes that I'll have placed around the room. For example, here's what a solution station looks like. So if they're on activity 8.1, he could come and look, the spy could come and look at what I have. I've explained parallel and perpendicular. I've determined the slope. I didn't show a lot of work. Hopefully the students are doing this with Desmos, or else they're able to count slope, find it in equations and word problems. Same thing here. I've made some color notations trying to help the kids make the connections if they miss it. Encourage them to make a table of points and find an equation so that they can compare two similar things if they need to, and then included the answers. But the spy can only get up twice a day, and the superhero can get up and use QR codes that I've included. I'll have some QR codes if they don't remember all of their lessons. So there's a QR code for using Desmos to find slope from a table, slope from a graph, slope from an equation, and then of course we'll define parallel and perpendicular lines and talk about it. But the spy can only get up twice and the superhero can only get up twice. And so that goal is to really have them to discuss what they really need help with and what they don't need help with. I want them to have an out without me. Ideally, my four groups, my four independent groups should not need me at all. This should be a completely independent activity for them, and that they should have the resources that they need to continue, but also with a little bit of pressure not to use those resources too often. So during the day, there is a spy and a superhero. The spy can use the solution station. He can look at other groups' works, and he can talk to me. However, the spy can only get out of his chair twice. The superhero can use the QR codes and watch some videos about unit topics, but once again, he can only get up twice. If I find that that's too much support, then I'll scale it back for the next day. But I want, the goal is for the four groups who can to be able to do this completely independently, and for the for the two groups who need help, that gives me the opportunity just to work with them more closely and to really be able to help them if they need that type of help. Thanks for listening to my lesson. I'll make sure that all my PDFs and all my resources are included. Have a wonderful day. I need to include, I do want them to turn in their activities, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, and also talk the talk. So on the second day, they'll only have 20 minutes, and that'll give us time for talk the talk. If we don't cover it, that's okay. Hopefully, I will have monitored and heard the conversations and seen the type of work, and so that the kids will be able to solidify what they've learned, but also show me what we might need some refresher on, or what we might need some reteaching on before an assessment. So my closing for day 2 would be to turn in all 4 of the activities and make sure that we get through talk the talk. And then if time, I would ask questions about the talk, but I have a feeling that we will be working up to the bell. Once again, thank you. Have a wonderful day.